here.
This is
Kagaribi, number 13, first set of top 8, Battlefield, Glutonny, Redford France, Doramigi, potential #1 player in the world as of this season.
The cinema begins from now. Both players that are looking for nothing, absolutely nothing worse than first place. Absolutely, what? No, no. Is that how we're starting? Is that actually how we're starting this?
Yeah, and I think he's a little hungry for that. As Doramigi gets another ram.
This isn't how it was supposed to go. This is not how it was supposed to go.
Yeah. Okay, I think he played with a little bit of a hatred, apparently, because Doramigi up to 2 instant stocks and 40 seconds have not even passed the game.
Only what? Really?
Yeah, this is ludicrous. This is ludicrous. I mean,
oh my god, almost got the give there. He still got his jump, so he's going to be fine. But Doramigi instantly, within the space of a minute, is on the verge of a 3-stock. Glutonny finally starting to adjust himself within this set. I was about to say how this set can get very volatile between Mimin's just complete spacing with her arms, and then also a lot of Glutonny, once he manages to get in to Mimin, there's going to be a lot of frantic options that Doramigi is going to have to use out of disadvantage. Mimin not having the best options at disadvantage, and Glutonny can do very creative behavior.
Okay, going to be able to get back on the stage despite the missed tech, but I'm liking the sign of life coming in from Glutonny. Of course, in this matchup, it might be rough sometimes because the air drift of Wario is so insane, and that's why, of course, Mimin loses matchups like Jigglypuff, but Doramigi seeming to just not give a care in the world at the moment.
Doramigi practically on the verge of finishing this game off, unless Gluto does a bit of a classic Glutonny move. But I don't think Waft is even fully charged at this moment. Doramigi in a bit of trouble. Gluto less trapping, reads the roll.
Okay, and suddenly it is even, at least in stock count. This is insane, but...
good DI. Okay. Some good DI coming out from Glutonny. He's still going to be okay, but he has a lot of work to do coming into his final stock. 153% unanswered, and that's probably going to do it just about.
Okay, yeah, barely. But, okay, first we got to talk about Doramigi's insane 2 kills. That was...
What was
just
that,
off the bat?
What was that? We're doing that off the bat?
No feeling each other out or nothing. Not a little tit for tat. Just instant.
Instantly.
Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I try to...
Going into Glutonny like a rabbit dog.
Yeah, rabbit dog.
Is what Doramigi's doing right now.
Exactly. And then Glutonny kind of answering back, though. The adaptation, like, how did he bring that down to, like, a 1-stock game? Of course, he didn't have Waft again, so it was going to be really hard.
Yeah.
But... you gotta respect that he was not shook.
Especially like in close quarters like Battlefield, even if it's game 1, even if it's top 8 of Kagaribi, in these situations against a character like Mimin, against a player like Doramigi who likes to be so aggressive, so overwhelming, there is no time for feeling each other out, so to speak, in the beginning of the game for Glutonny, which is what he definitely got caught up by. And although it was a fantastic start for Doramigi, and it is in this game as well, expect Glutonny to fight back in a lot of these situations.
Should I expect that? Because Glutonny kind of getting beat right now, as Doramigi has 0% on him, tosses the bike back onto the air, but first signs of life coming in from Glutonny, getting that forward air off, but he's going to need plenty more than that to be able to even things up.
Gluto in a lot of trouble, gets covered with the nair, Doramigi staying grounded, Glutonny just jumping around the platforms. That's going to be a lot of Gluto's game plan throughout this. With Battlefield, with the platforms to play around with, that might kill, by the way. No, with the minimum rage, he's going to be okay.
Yeah,
teasing an edge guard, but he's okay. Reading the jump, Glutonny is somehow still alive. Recovers with the bike, but the ram covers for all of it, and that's going to be the nair. Interesting.
Okay. I never really see him go for nair edge guards, but nonetheless, that's going to be able to work out in Doramigi's favor here in the nice, clean stock.
Oh my god.
But Glutonny now on a lead trap scenario here. Let's see what he can try and do to Doramigi. Tries to get the back air and gets the jump call out too. Can this be an edge guard?
Wow. That was a really good air dodge.
That was insane.
Stalling himself just above Glutonny, but Glutonny manages to cover up with the simple tap. The tap of the feet with the forward air, and he manages to take a stop back. But yet again, it's a very similar situation to game 1. He has to do a lot of work. Doramigi flaunting his arms out in disadvantage. Yet again. Has to play it safe. He's going to be okay.
Oh my god!
Word.
What a reversal. And I don't even know how, like, that even happened. Like, he just got onto the stage, instantly down airs, and Wario, Glutonny's Wario, it just instantly eviscerated.
Gluto now, yes again, a whole stock down. It's not looking too good, but we know Glutonny, bro. I don't have to explain it time and time. This man has come back from the absolute depths, but he needs to come back here first. Okay, he's back, he's back.
Yeah, of course. Now he does have the Watts on deck. Tries to find the Nair that leads into the combo, but Doramigi, of course, wise to it. He's dealt with these antics before, trying everything in his power not to let it happen, and doing quite well at it at the moment.
Oh,
Glutonny
Jesus.
already at 124%. Oh, try to scout on a roll
Does get connected by the up tilt. Gluto has Waft, tries to cover with the down smash, but Glutonny unfazed, looking for a ledge trap. I think that was a misinput, and he gets hit by a Mega Watt, going for the low edge guard. No bike, and that's going to be game 2. Doramigi is storming through this loser set.
This is so quick. It is actually insane. And he's getting these stocks so unbelievably early as well. Of course, that down air, oh my god, I think Glutonny died at like, what, like 45%, 47%?
Yeah.
Something in that manner. And Glutonny, this is the fastest I've been seeing him ran through. I gotta say, he's down 0-2 already.
Well, that's exactly what you expect with a character like Min Min at the end of the day. In such close quarters with a stage like Battlefield, like, Doramigi is just gonna make this set end in an instant. Unless Glutonny has something to say about it in this game 3.
Indeed. But we are returning back to Battlefield. You know what, Glutonny is like, you know what? It's not the stage. It's not my character problem. It just, you know, I gotta make a couple of adjustments. But Doramigi doing the same old of
he's
just
okay.
beating Glutonny's ass. Oh, never mind. I didn't mean to say that. But, okay, getting that down there. Oh, okay. Getting a nice little nair combo.
An interesting string. I feel like Glutonny, with this, oh no.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What is going on? What is going on? It's 15. It's 15.
An absolute legend of Smash Ultimate being decimated right in front of our eyes.
And we see a new one being born and the potential best player in the world because it's looking like it.
Oh my god, Doramigi looking absolutely invincible, going a stock ahead. Glutonny definitely showing some fight back here, putting the pressure on, but reading the air dodge, Doramigi looking unstoppable. Oh no!
Okay.
No charge up. Yeah, did get with
He's got no jump. Okay.
He's okay.
Able to make it back, but he's going to have to try and get back onto the center of the stage against Min Min, and not just any Min Min, Doramigi's Min Min. Oh, that dash attack. Going to get punished by a down smash as well. Trying to get the 2-frame, but Glutonny wise to that one, but oh, the neutral getting snuffed out.
Whenever Glutonny is off stage, I gotta stop saying the moment he gets back onto the ledge, he's okay, because like that's where Doramigi's ledge trapping starts, and that is less of a Doramigi thing, it's more of a Min Min being PS in general thing of just like infinite ledge trapping. As long as you get the timing right on the get up, that's it, bro. Your stock is gone. With the Mega Watt, he is on the verge.
Doesn't even find a Nair, okay? Finds a Nair here, doesn't get the lock.
That's good damage. It's not going to kill, but puts Doramigi in a very bad spot.
We'll take anything we can get our hands on at the moment, because, like, Jesus Christ, this has just been the Doramigi show for this game 3. But Glutonny going to be able to air dodge back into the center of the stage with Wario's air drift.
Could be it. No, really good low recovery, utilizing the bike. But how many times are you going to do that anymore at this point? Glutonny on his last 2 feet at the moment gets himself a grab, command grab rather, with the neutral B.
Yeah, definitely a nice grab coming in from Glutonny, but now it's his ledge trap scenario. Let's see if we can try and get a stock out of the way at least, but never mind.
Jeez.
Wow. Wow.
And that's it. Glutonny's time at Kagaribi top 8 was what? And
I did not expect that to be that quick. I really did not.
I did not expect that at all.
Yeah. Wow. That is
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Damn. And unfortunately, Glutonny, of course, dude, he's had a phenomenal run today. Like, he got to top 8 of Kagaribi. So, of course, props to him. Crowd give him a, you know, a round of applause for his efforts. Was able to get good wins like Zachary and stuff. Like, getting a Zachary win only gets you like top 8 and stuff here. Isn't that a little crazy? Isn't that a little weird to you? But that is, of course, Kagaribi 13, and he's going to be bowing out at 7th place.
That is Gluto being Europe's strongest representative, placing himself at 7th. It's one of the biggest Smash Ultimate tournaments of all time. Whilst might I remind you, that is no placement to scoff at. That is an incredible placement for Glutonny.
Yeah, of course, all these players, they're hungry for more, but when you look at it, it's a good placement, man. It is a good placement,
but clearly for Doramigi, it wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough for him. Exactly. And I think he's still hungry. I think Doramigi's still a little hungry.
He might just be indeed. And as we were talking about that, we are about to get into the other side of Losers Top 8, where we're going to see
think it's Mia Carmelo?
Mia Carmelo.
Yeah.
Mia Carmelo?
for sure.
Ooh, okay.
Which,
I have no idea how. I don't think this has really happened before. Maybe it has a couple like Chubu tournaments.
I think it
but it's
has
like
once.
it's probably happened at some like niche places.
Yeah, Twitch check. Can you guys tell us if this was happening?
Rose Bloom,
Get on it right now.
Get
Get
on it
around
right
it.
now.
Honorary staff. But I think it's happened once. But my memory's a little hazy.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, what is guaranteed though? This is going to be a banger. And I really don't know who's going to win this one.
I
Because
think
obviously, Mia, he's a phenomenal player. But Carmelo, he's just been on fire as of late. It's like, it's hard to imagine him losing.
Carmelo is the one guy that I'm probably going to have to explain who he is to a lot of people. He is a player from the Chubu region, which is quite a niche one. He plays Steve with a ton of secondaries that he's grinded out through Smashmate. He secondaries Shulk most predominantly. He also has a very good Pyramithra. He has an insane Crom. And then he also, don't forget the Crom, bro. He's one of the highest rated Croms on Smashmate. Genuinely.
Like, if you guys want to argue that Steve mains don't have funnies, you know,
Look at Carmelo. Look at Carmelo.
I'm not going to argue with you, but just look at Carmelo.
Yeah.
You know, this guy, he loves Smash Bros. Ultimate. He loves all the characters, but of course, Steve going to be the one he's picking for brackets.
I think a good way to look at it is this guy is very similar to Cola in the sense that he is immensely talented with any single character that he touches. It's just Steve is by far the most beneficial
to results, let's say. Yeah.
Which is why I think in this particular matchup we will see the Steve coming out for Carmelo. It's been what's carrying him into the top 8 so far. I think there's been a bit of shock here and there, but yeah, it's mostly been the Steve coming out from Carmelo.
For sure.
Not too much of a surprise there,
And
to be
I'd
honest.
imagine Mia going with the trusted, tried and true Game & Watch, but also Mia does have the Steve in his back pocket whenever he does feel like it, so...
Pull out the Joker, bro. Pull out the Joker.
For these
Pull
guys
out
that
the
don't
Mia
know...
Incineroar, do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. He pulls that out of Gulan. But for those
Finals of
guys
Gulan,
that
that was
don't
a
know,
classic.
Mia used to be a Joker main originally.
Did he?
Yeah, isn't
I
that true?
genuinely didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah, that's so
And
interesting.
maybe I'm spreading misinformation, because maybe I just placebo mode myself, but I've been telling people that, so maybe I'm just lying.
We can spread the false agenda.
This is
Make
like
me look
really
cool.
early, like before tournaments and stuff. Like I'm talking like just logged on to Smashmate or something. But anyways.
So the chat mentioned the Miso fighter. That is a good example.
True.
Mia Miso fighter versus the Carmelo Crom. Yeah.
Cinema
Going on right now.
Kagaribi 13, bro.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. But
If I had to bet my VGBC channel points, I don't think that would happen. Yeah.
No, trust me. Like
The one guy that puts 10 points on that, getting just a channel point millionaire. Apparently.
I'm pretty sure I wasted all my... I have Twitch chat up on my phone right now as we're commentating this, but every now and then we like to bet our Twitch channel points on a particular game that we're commentating in front of us.
Yeah.
I kept winning up until I think it was like the most